Hi, welcome to the video tour of my electronic portfolio. I created this ePortfolio as a capstone project for my Master's in Educational Technology at UBC. As you can see from my home page, I built my ePortfolio around the theme of a kayak journey. Some of my favorite memories are from the summers I spent working as a kayak guide off the west coast of British Columbia. I've placed a logbook on the home page. You can flip through it by going up to the top right corner of each page. On the inside pages, you'll find an explanation of the ePortfolio, a link to a PDF of my evaluation rubric, and of course this video guide. On the back page of the logbook, you'll find the credits for all the pictures I used. Aside from the logbook, the home page also has navigation buttons on the left-hand side. These buttons connect you to all the pages on the site. I've tried to use kayak trip-related terms for the buttons. You can also link to the next page by clicking on the blue arrow in the bottom right corner of any page. On the trip preparation page, I've included the essay I wrote when I applied for the MET program. I still remember how excited and nervous I was to begin the whole master's journey. Note that on every page from here on in, you can link back to the home page by clicking the Home button in the lower left-hand corner. Continuing the kayak journey theme, I've entitled the next page Launching the Boats. This page highlights the 4 compulsory MET classes, 500, 510, 511, and 512. I've included numerous artifacts from these courses. There are links to PDFs of some of the papers I wrote, as well as a link to a web quest I created as part of a group. During one of these core courses, I learned all about wikis. Wikis have become a favorite tool of mine, and I've included links to 2 award-winning wikis I created with my students during the 2008-2009 school year. The navigation page shows the order in which I paddled my way through the MET program. Each class name links to the page on the portfolio where the class is mentioned. The next page is really important to me. I couldn't have made it through the MET experience without all the help, love, and support of the most important people and animals in my life. This page is my way of saying thank you to them. Continuing on, I have a whole page for ETEC 540. I've included a somewhat successful mind map I created about the history of paper, as well as a link to a piece of hypertext fiction I wrote. This class really stretched my boundaries, and I'm thankful I had a professor who encouraged creativity and risk-taking. In light of that, I've also embedded a video of some of my former students showing their learning in their own unique way. The journey continues with ETEC 532. The artifact I've included is the final paper for this course. I used the paper to help me apply to be a presenter at WikiSim 2009. I wasn't chosen, but I found the whole process quite interesting. Who knows? Maybe I'll apply for another conference. ETEC 531 really gave me a chance to be creative and push the boundaries of both my knowledge and skills. I've included a PowerPoint entitled I'm an Artist and 2 Movie Maker videos. The skills I learned in creating these artifacts were quickly put to work in my classroom, as I had my students creating numerous movies and slideshow presentations. The next stop on my journey was the inaugural 565A course. This course gave me a chance to create my own blog, which then spilled over into my personal life, as I created 2 blogs of my own this spring and summer. I now have my students keep blogs, which they use as ePortfolios of their own. I have also included a link to a digital story I made with my kids while we were on vacation this summer. I've seen some pretty incredible sights on my MET journey. Being part of the MET program gave me the courage to apply for the Microsoft Innovative Teaching Conference. To my huge delight, I was one of 8 teachers from across Canada chosen as a finalist in this competition. Through this, I was able to go to an Innovation in Education conference in Winnipeg in the spring of 2008. I was also chosen to attend a conference in Kuala Lumpur in May 2009. It was the trip of a lifetime. I met teachers from all over the Pacific Rim and learned so much about both life and education. I'm finishing off my MET journey by taking 2 courses, ETEC 522 and of course ETEC 590. I've included 3 artifacts for 522. The first is a presentation I built on Prezi. I've seen Prezi used in another course and was really looking for an excuse to use it. I loved the visual aspect, and to be honest, probably spent more time on the visuals than I did on the actual research. I've also included a link to a Ning that I helped create as part of a group assignment on social technologies. This assignment was interesting for me as I found myself in the position of being the most experienced web page builder in my group. My final assignment, my professor allowed me to enter into the UBC Global Minds Challenge. I won't find out until February whether I won or not, but it was really great to be able to use something I'd already created with my students as a final project. So now that I'm finishing my MET journey, I have to start thinking about my next voyage. At one point, I was sure I'd go on to administration. Now, I'm not so sure. Maybe a PhD? Well, not until my family is recovered from this degree. I'd love to help other teachers learn to implement technology in their classrooms, and maybe even do some consulting. For now, though, I think I'll relax for a bit, maybe even go out for a paddle. I hope you've enjoyed your tour of my journey as much as I've enjoyed the journey itself.